Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of 80K, I'm gonna be reacting to ENHYPEN's new comeback, Drunk-Dazed. And before we get into the reaction, I just want to quickly say a few thoughts that I have about ENHYPEN. At first, I wasn't necessarily the biggest hit of this group because they're coming from Big Hit and, well, not technically, but they are pretty much from Big Hit, or now as they are called, HYBE. And I have some problem with the way HYBE is doing their music nowadays. That I've voiced these frustrations before. So their comeback ended up being exactly what I thought it was going to be sound-wise. But admittedly, it was pretty catchy, and the fact that I don't really have the preconceived biases against this group that I have in the cases of like BTS, where for BTS I've heard them sound a different way and I much prefer the way they sounded years ago than how they sound nowadays. I'm much more able to enjoy ENHYPEN for what they are rather than what I would have wanted them to be, like is the case with BTS. So I'm not really bothered that much by their music being very autotune heavy with lots of high-pitched singing. It actually makes the song kind of catchy. But in the cases of like BTS, it just frustrates me because I've heard BTS sound better than this, so it's frustrating. And this is pretty much the same reason why I actually enjoy TXT for what they are as well, because I've never heard them sound like anything else. And yeah, their first song, Given or Taken, at first I feel like I was a little wary on it, but I've actually listened to it a lot, like a lot. So I'm pretty excited to see how I'm gonna feel about this song, especially because I've seen a lot of positive opinions about this song, although that doesn't always necessarily translate to me loving the song, because I tend to be a little bit of a contrarian. Whenever something is really popular, whether I consciously want it to or unconsciously, I tend to be a little bit more critical of it, so I don't know. I guess without further ado, let's get into the song and see how I'm gonna feel about it in 3, 2, 1. Okay, are we gonna get into the song anytime soon, please? Don't tell me this girl is gonna be in one of the next girl groups by Big Hit. I was just gonna say, this actually doesn't sound that autotune. Because like, I actually listened to BTS's Film Out recently, and it felt like they toned down the autotune a little bit. And it kind of seems like it is the case for this song as well. Okay, I definitely like this. Yeah, this is definitely my kind of song. I now understand the compliments that I've seen for this song, where it feels like a party song. They could still tone down the autotune a little bit, but it's better than what it was in Given or Taken. And it doesn't seem like this song is as vocal focused as Given and Taken was, so maybe HYBE is changing their course of production. Who knows? Because I did really like Film Out by BTS. even though I refuse to do a reaction to it. I hate whenever songs cut out like this during the music video. It's very annoying when it comes to doing reactions to those kind of songs. Because I'm not really able to properly judge the song. Are we gonna go back to the song again? Because I feel like it otherwise feels very short. It's very energetic, I really like it. It has all of the aspects of your typical 4th generation boy group song, and I love it for that, honestly. Obviously, it has the ENHYPEN aesthetic, which I would say is some autotune and high-pitched vocals. That's probably the biggest distinction that this song has from your typical 4th generation boy group, but I like it. This is exactly what I love listening to, so I can definitely tell you already that I will be listening to this one. Oh, this is them after the party. It's interesting how they're not showing the face of this girl. My theory, this is gonna be a girl that's gonna be in one of the next girl groups by HYPE. It just feels like, I mean, I can't say that it feels like something they would do, but it's something that if I was the one running a company like this would do. I would tease out members of future groups in music videos of already existing groups. Like, that's one way to build an audience for your trainees. So it's gonna be interesting if they actually do that, because why would they otherwise be hiding the face of this girl? It just doesn't make sense to me otherwise. But yeah, I honestly already love this. It's definitely even more instantly catchy than their debut song was, and it feels, I don't know how to explain it, but like maybe maybe HYPE is experiencing a little bit of a quality improvement with their group's music, because if you've watched my reactions over the last 2 years that I've had this YouTube channel, I've voiced my problem with BTS's music nowadays and the way they do their music nowadays, with like a lot of autotune and vocal processing and vocal layering and all these effects that they add to their voices that kind of ruin their songs. But recently I actually listened to their recent Japanese track, Film Out, and the reason why I didn't react to it is 2 reasons. One, because HYPE for some reason is very annoying when it comes to copyright, especially when it comes to BTS, but also GFriend as well. So I didn't want to record a reaction to a song that I wasn't sure whether I was going to like or not, and for it to also get blocked, it just felt like a waste of time. So I didn't react to it mainly for that, but also, as I said, because I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it. But the more I listened to it, I actually kind of liked it. It's still it's too sing-based for me to really love it, because I like hearing more rap-heavy songs from BTS rather than the sing-heavy ones, but I still appreciate the sing-heavy ones as well. But it felt like they kind of toned down some of the things that bothered me about some of BTS's recent music, like the music from the last like 2 years. It's still not great, mind you, but it's better. And I like that improvement, and it seems like they're doing the same kind of improvement in this case with ENHYPEN's Dazed as well, because like their debut song had all the problems that I've had with TXT's music, with BTS's music. It had the shit ton of autotune, the very high-pitched vocals. And I just don't like that. It annoys me because I know these groups can do good music, but they're just hidden under this shitty autotune that it pisses me off. And the other thing that annoys me about it is that it makes not only the members of the groups themselves, but the groups together, it makes them sound like each other. The only reason why BTS sounds a little more standout than TXT and ENHYPEN, who to me sound basically the same, is because I've heard their vocals before they became this. But now in this song, it seems like they're losing out on those things. I feel like I can actually see more, hear more of a difference in the vocals of the members. It's still not great again, because I feel like in the chorus they kind of mash them all together again. But there's more of a difference between the vocals of the different members, so I appreciate that. I'm gonna commend Hype and give them credit where credit is due in toning down, or at least seemingly toning down, on the problems that I've had with their group's music. Because I was starting to fear them, because this kind of production for the music was starting to spread to G-Friend as well. In their song Mago, which is a great song by the way, I liked it, but it also had that kind of heavy autotune and overly polished feeling to their songs. So the fact that I seem to be toning it down, I appreciate that. But yeah, we're obviously gonna listen to it a second time, so let's go again in 3, 2, 1. And also the music video as well seems to be more raw. That's the best way to put it, I guess. Because not only their songs have felt very polished like TXT and BTS's, but also their music videos as well. And even in the case of BTS's Film Out, not only did I actually like the song, but the music video as well felt a little bit more raw and not as overly polished. And this one feels like that as well. Like now you can actually hear the difference in the vocals. It definitely has more rawness to their music. This song at least it has that. I love how energetic it is in the chorus. Honestly, if I just randomly listened to this, I wouldn't have guessed it was ENHYPEN. I feel like the one thing that would make this song better is if we actually had some rapping that sounds like rapping, because I'm not even sure whether there's rapping and they don't really pay too much attention. At least it didn't stand out to me as rapping. I feel like this is the kind of song you hear from every single fourth generation boy group, but I guess the one difference that it has is that it's outside of the chorus, it's very vocal based. So definitely there are ways in which the song stands out. Also the choreo during the chorus is great. Man, I love the epicness feel that the song has right here. It actually reminds me of the way that I used to feel when BTS was coming back all those years ago. Like before they blew up in America, that's when they changed. It harkens back to those days, like every time when BTS had a comeback, like with Not Today, I just felt this feeling of like epicness, and I felt it in this song as well. So maybe the tide is turning for me and my feelings towards hype. Maybe they're going back to what they used to be. That definitely now makes me a little more excited for whenever TXT comes back and whenever and for BTS's incoming comeback as well. Damn, they're dancing so fierce. Also, that member with the hat and the purplish, pinkish hair looked so much like V in that dancing scene. I really like this. This might be actually the thumbnail for this video, because it looks so raw as well. Like, as I said, not only the song feels a little bit more raw, but the music video as well. I don't know how to explain it. That's the best way I can put it. Okay, so that was Drunk-Dazed. I mean, there's not much to say that I haven't already said. I love it. I like how much, how energetic and fierce it is, especially in the chorus. Like, the chorus, I'd say, is probably the most different that this song is from the typical stuff that you hear from TXT and ENHYPEN and BTS nowadays. I just love it. I just love it. You can still hear the autotune, like, it's still there and it's still annoying me, but it's definitely not as bad as it used to be. So I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, this is definitely much more fair than I expected, and it's a huge step up than Given and Take or Taken, which was a great song. Like, it really grew on me and I listened to it a lot, but this definitely has a more harder of a punch to it, and I like that. I like that. In terms of the rating, I honestly kind of want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I can't say whether it necessarily deserves it, so I think I'm gonna go more close to a 9.3 out of 10. I feel like that's more of a fair one, because it still has problems that I still have with the kind of production that Hype tends to do to their groups nowadays. So I'm still not completely in love with it, but it's a step in the right direction and I want to commend that, so there's that, I guess. And yeah, I'm definitely excited to check out the B-sides now. I think I reacted to the B-sides of their debut album. Maybe I'm confusing it, but I think I did. I've at least listened to them. If I haven't reacted to them, I've listened to them. But I'm definitely excited to check out the B-sides to see what they hold in store for me. So you can expect that soon, but as usual, if you want me to check out the B-sides of the album, make sure to comment it down below so I know that there is a demand for it, because I used to do reactions to every single comeback and album that was happening, but not only was that too overwhelming to me and I was unable to really keep up with the releases, but also not every single one of those videos really got that much views. Most of them would get maybe 15 views and that was it. So I decided a few months ago that the only times when I'm going to be doing reactions to albums is whenever I personally want to, which I guess you could say that's the case for this one, but knowing that there is a demand for it would definitely make me do it sooner. So comment down below and also share your opinion on the song down below. I'll be really interested to see what you think of it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where I can pledge your support and help the channel going. It helps support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!